Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. We wanted to share our 2021 Deca Awards with you for our students that were not able to attend our end of year picnic, and also to our parents if you would like to hear some of these different accolades as well. You're going to be able to go on down through. You can fast forward until you find your child's name. You're more than welcome to do that. And for some of you, your child's name is actually featured in this presentation ceremony multiple times. This was the first year that we did our little Deca end of year picnic. It was a hit. We had over 40 students show up. So I do believe that we'll continue that tradition moving forward. We just kind of wanted to do something a little different than a traditional end of year banquet. So without further ado, here we go. One of the first groups of students that we would like to recognize are our students that were four-year Deca members. For our students that were four-year Deca members, we would like to give you a huge shout out because we realize that when you sign up for your electives and also select to be a member of Deca, that you have many other opportunities at our wonderful school to get involved with and also to be a part of. But we're really happy that you chose to spend 4 years with us. Spending 4 years in anything is an amazing show of your character, as well as moving forward the different 21st century learning skills that you used in Deca that you'll be able to apply to college interviews, internship interviews, projects, research projects, project presentations, all the way through to your career interviews. So thank you so much for choosing to spend 4 years with us. Our next group that we would like to give a big shout out to are actually our Icdc qualifiers from this year. Our Icdc qualifiers this year would have competed in all virtual events, from our district event to our first ever state virtual event, on to our first ever for everything, our first ever Deca Icdc full virtual event. These 14 students not only showed grit and determination, but also professionalism in learning how to make slight changes to their presentations, test-taking style, and role plays. So a big congratulations to Lizzie Guan, Grace Trion, Nikita Gandhi, and Elena Newton, Juliana Boutron, Julia Coelho, Alex Chen, Peter Carr, Shruti Meenakshi, Stephen Maza, Johnny Regester, Lily Nowak, Lexi Plaisted, and Shrihan Basvapatri. Congratulations to all of you for your determination on seeing our Deca competition all the way through to that Icdc. That Icdc this year was supposed to be in Anaheim, California. So students, I am very sorry that we missed that opportunity. And for our underclassmen, hopefully it will work out for us next year. I really believe it will, that we'll get a chance to travel again to that Icdc, which is going to be down in Atlanta, Georgia. Along those same lines, our students that would have been Icdc qualifiers last year, so for the winter of 2020, unfortunately, those students were not able to have any type of competition. They were slated to compete in Nashville, Tennessee, and unfortunately, that competition is late April, so you can kind of imagine how that story went. With the pandemic, it did not pan out, and Deca was not able to have a virtual competition. Our students that are listed on the right-hand side are our 2020 graduates who unfortunately didn't get a chance to attend the trip or compete or have a second chance at competing in this international event. We would like to take a second and recognize our students on the left-hand side of the screen as they not only placed to compete in the Icdc last year, but you'll see several of them came back with a vengeance and were able to make that competition again. So we would like to give a huge congratulations to our 2020 Icdc qualifiers from last year. So I'd like to give a big shout out to Faraz Bootswala, Lily Nowak, Jimmy Schaefer, Shrihan Basvapatri, Lexi Plaisted, Lizzie Guan, Tommy Shire, Connor McCormick, Abby McCormick, and Mary Kate Coyle. I am so sorry that that was not able to happen last year. And I just hope that you really know how unbelievable it is to ever qualify to attend that international event. It speaks volumes about the amount of work and preparation that you put into something. No one can ever take that away from you. Moving on from there, we'd like to talk just a little bit about Lizzie Guan. Lizzie Guan is a 4-year member of East High School Deca. And in addition to being a 4-year member of East High School Deca, Lizzie has gone on to serve Pennsylvania Deca and East Deca in a myriad of different ways. She's been a state officer for 2 years in a row, and this past year, she was the Pennsylvania Deca state president. That's really an impressive feat. As the state president, you're in charge of 10 districts across the state of Pennsylvania, with approximately an enrollment, I believe, of 2,800 students in the Pennsylvania Deca program. In addition to that, as a state officer, she was also an East Deca state liaison. And then in doing that, she was able to work with our officer team and help us know different upcoming events, how to handle the different virtual events, and a few other things related to making our program a success. Along those same lines, Lizzie competed in the project management categories for the past 2 years. As a junior, she was the founder of Minding Melton. Minding Melton is a nonprofit organization that works with the Melton Center in town and also providing different activities for the Melton Center students as well as special events. This year, moving into her senior year, she completed a project management program for Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is her community service nonprofit organization that's designed on exposing young women to different entrepreneurs in our community and showing them the potential that they may have. Lastly, this year, Lizzie was selected as an International Deca Scholarship winner and received recognition at the final award ceremony for the Deca International Competition. Thank you, Lizzie, for being such a phenomenal ambassador, not only for Westchester East Deca, but also for Pennsylvania Deca. We've had an amazing officer team this year. Through this pandemic, it was reinvent, 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 I think was probably the name of the game. Every time we tried to do something, we ran into a roadblock. But this officer team was there at every turn with an amazing attitude to help us try to figure how we could navigate this new world. We'd like to give a special congratulations and thank you to Lindsay Wassel. Lindsay is going to be graduating this year and attending the University of South Carolina. Good luck, Lindsay. Thank you for being an amazing president, being so professional, and being a wonderful 4-year member. Next, we have our Vice President of Career Development. So Lexi Plaisted has been a wonderful Vice President of Career Development. This year, Lexi launched our first ever virtual after-school help sessions for Deca and also helped us launch a pilot program with our Deca Mentor Program. The Deca Mentor Program is taking an older Deca student and then pairing them with a brand new Deca member, no matter what grade they're actually in. Lexi did a phenomenal job of launching that program, and again, true professionalism at every turn that we had to navigate. Lexi, best wishes to you, and also good luck next year and enjoy your time at George Washington University. Next, we have our Vice President of Finance and Community Service, Joe Clark. Joe, thank you for doing a wonderful job this year. I'm so sorry that we weren't able to open up the school store. Again, it was one roadblock after another on everything that we wanted to do. But Joe, you did an amazing job with our Kisses for Kyle toy drive. Joe single-handedly figured out how to work with this nonprofit organization through Deca, do an online toy drive where he never touched a toy but organized it from Amazon and Target shopping carts all the way shipped to the Kisses for Kyle organization. It was a feat of communication as well as logistics. Great job, Joe, on that Kisses for Kyle program. And Joe, best of luck to you next year at the University of Alabama. Next, we have our Vice President of Membership, Elena Newton. Elena did a phenomenal job this year of continuing to try to come up with membership events that we were allowed to do. In the face of adversity, she came up with trivia contest. She also helped with the What is Deca 8th grade workshop that was virtual and has been there to lend a hand in any way that we possibly could do something related to membership. Elena, thank you so much. And Elena is currently a junior and will be coming back and serving in the role of Vice President of Membership again next year. And we cannot wait to see what you do with that title when we hopefully are able to do several different things. And then we also have our Vice President of Marketing, and that is Nikita Gandhi. Nikita Gandhi is also a junior this year. Nikita has taken our marketing to a whole other level. Nikita was able to combine not only our Instagram accounts as well as our Facebook account, which has been dormant for several years, but she got those up to speed with her scheduled posting through Hootsuite and also using several different content makers and utilizing her team very well to make sure that we had timely and relevant posts. Nikita really took our marketing game to a whole new level. Of all of the roles that got condensed and really had a lot of challenges to try to get launched during the pandemic, Nikita's role probably tripled due to the pandemic because she was really focused on communications for our chapter. But she did an absolutely beautiful job, and Nikita will be rejoining our officer team in the fall as the president of East High School Deca. And again, a special mention of Lizzie Guan, who was our state liaison, just as I had mentioned a little bit earlier in this presentation. The officers each had a committee that they worked with, and they gave out awards at the picnic to the following people. For marketing, Tyler Halp and Brooke Bechtel were recognized for being top committee members. In our membership area, Grace Trion, Juliana Boutron, and Valentina Aravina were also noticed as having membership skills that really helped out with the committee. In career development, Julia Coelho, Nishant Dubey, and Srihan Basvapatri were major standouts, and Srihan was noticed as one of the top mentors in our brand new mentor program. And lastly, in finance, Tommy Shire and Anna Arganish received recognition from Joe Clark for all the work that they would have done with Kisses for Kyle and also the community relations area. Thank you to all of our committee members. We're so glad that you took advantage of that opportunity this year, and we can't wait to have you involved next year as well. As we wrap everything up, we also have one award that has to be mentioned and give a special shout out for Peter Carr and Alex Chen, who walked away with Rookie of the Year. Peter and Alex, as freshmen, not only placed at states, not only placed at the Icdc, but placed 8th in the world in their category of business, law, and ethics. So for sure, well-deserved Rookie of the Year. So our theme within Deca this year was next level. Deca comes up with a theme every year. So our question was, did we take it to the next level in East Deca this year? I thought you might enjoy taking a look at this infographic very quickly of all of the new adventures that we were able to take upon us this year, as well as some of our other things that we were able to figure out how to get off the ground as well. So we started in the fall with offering first ever virtual extra help sessions. We then launched our mentor program. We offered a mock virtual role play. We increased our alumni network through not only our LinkedIn profile, but also through different videos that alumni have sent us. We later in October launched our next level training session. We did community giving. We also did a What is Deca 8th grade workshop in the winter. And then lastly, we ended up with these two phenomenal winning groups. We have Alex and Peter placing 8th, and then we have Lexi Playstead, unbelievably placing 2nd in the world in her category of hotel and lodging. As we wrap up everything and we move on to our next year, 2021-2022, the Deca theme for next year is maximize your momentum. So you'll probably see that around and hear that. They always have to come up with something just a little cheesy. And we would also like to welcome our officer team for the 2021-2022 year. So congratulations to the election of Nikita Gandhi, as well as Vice President of Membership, Elena Newton. And we have 3 new members that we're welcoming to this team. Vice President of Marketing is going to be Emily McElreavy. Vice President of Finance and Community Service, Tyler Halp, and Vice President of Career Development,